Hello again, it's the English poet Joey John Maguire, having a day at home today, a late riser also. About to recite my latest poem, which again I did in the early hours of this morning, being that I'm nocturnal. It's called Strolling by the Thames. I am strolling. I find I can't help but notice the tide has settled at its highest point. I'm on the embankment. I find myself wondering what, if anything, lies below its surface, what secrets lie hidden underneath the water's depth, buried in the mud, which is strange really, as I never seem to think these thoughts when just as often I stroll by when the tide is at its lowest. Perhaps I'm too scared to look, in fear of what I will see if I cast my eyes over the muddy flats. Maybe the remains of a murdered corpse, and I find it equally strange that my first thoughts turn towards sinister happenings, rather than wishing to discover something more appealing, such as lost Spanish treasures surfacing, gurgling up from its shallows. But no, my thoughts have turned straight away towards the macabre. And anyway, I excuse my thoughts. The river looks so hapless when at its lowest ebb, and I can't help but notice how magnificent it looks when in full flow, when peaking at its highest tide. I suppose it's human nature, really, to revel in the presence of the things we find most beautiful. And isn't it so much easier to walk straight past when the view is dulling to the eye? Which again makes me think that maybe the real history of the Thames lies fathoms deep, sucked down into the vacuous mud, unknown, a story as ancient as time and as yet remains to be discovered. When next I stroll, it will be at low tide, and I shall allow myself to look for the first time beyond and below the river's surface, just in case my eyes strike gold lurking in the gusset of its slime. Quite typical. I just had a delivery there. I'm sure you heard it. But all adds to the essence of the rawness of my poetry. I hope you enjoyed that. It's Joey John Maguire.